Keep my beard no longer than 2-inch. Movement like the eagle, I see you, then move in. We ain't like nice people that moved in. Who them? Mr. BC's, look close, then zoom in.
It's LG with a style you ain't used to. Me and my chick cruising, take off with your Land Cruiser. The week we go and get Mooka 5-7. Round 11, I come through and pop Evan and pray for his sins, cause I'm the deacon that do dirt.
What's up, guys? This is Mr. Former, and let me tell you a little story, okay? Once a long time ago, I was married, okay? And this is around the time when I had my first child, and at this time, she was about 7 years old. And I had my youngest child, my son, who at the time was maybe 1 or 2 years old. Now, we decided to get married, okay, and everything was fine. And then around 2001, things started to go downhill. Now, mind you, this was around the time when 9/11 happened, and then the world changed, and then everything changed, okay? Now, this woman that I was married with, she was a great woman. She was great. She was beautiful, and she was my friend and everything, all those good things, okay? Now, she was defiant. She was combative. She was all those things that are negative that a woman can be, okay? And I told her, let me explain something to you. This is my house. These are my children. You are my wife. So you either shut up and do what I'm telling you to do, or you go get you a bitch and be the man. Now, she had a little bit of a thing of, which I had found out a little bit. She came to me talking about wanting to have threesomes and crap. And, me and my religious beliefs, I denied all of these things, So, after pestering me, okay, I indulged one time, which was a huge mistake, and I prayed on that because that was totally out of order for me to do, okay? Now, I guess that was her trying to have permission for her homosexuality. So then, after I told her what I told her, she started getting into drugs, okay? She started abandoning the children, meaning I would work all day and I would come home at night and the kids haven't seen her, okay? And mind you, my children are young at this time, okay? And so I had to literally change shifts just so that way I could be with my children and find a babysitter and continue to go on to work. So long story short, I took my children and got out of that situation, okay? Did you hear me? I took my children and got out of that situation because she just pretty much abandoned us. She was out there doing drugs and she was out there practicing her homosexuality. So we divorced, okay? Now, we had to divorce because I couldn't tolerate this because she was endangering my family, which she was endangering my children, and she was ruining all of our lives with her homosexuality and her drug use, okay? Now, I forgave her for all of these things, okay? I never had any animosity towards her, never had any hate or anger to her. I always talked to her still with respect, and I always kept it civil whenever we had any dealings or anything like that, okay? And I forgave her because as a man who follows Jesus, I strongly believe in forgiveness, okay? Forgive those who do wrong to you, okay? And that's what I did with her, okay? Now time goes by and she's married now. She's married with a woman, a very nice lady, okay? Now, I actually told this woman some things on the sly, that this woman is abusive mentally and physically, and you need to be careful, okay? But of course, I got backlash saying that I'm hateful, I'm homophobic, I'm jealous, I'm still in love with so-and-so, and that I want her back and I don't want them to be married, and all of this baloney, which wasn't the case. I was generally trying to give this woman a warning. Okay, fast forward to present day, my ex-wife repeatedly beats up her wife, goes to jail for assault and battery, all right, continuously, because as you know, her being a woman, they can do whatever they want and they don't get into jail time. If that was me, I'd be in jail the first time for 2 years at a time, for 2 years, okay? I'd have my kids taken away, I'd be thrown into jail, it would be a big mess. But because she's a woman, she's able to keep doing these things and doing these things and doing these things. Now, she's been in jail for a couple of weeks, okay? A couple of weeks. And now her wife is going to leave her. Her wife is going to break up with her, so she's going to get a divorce, another divorce, okay? Now, this proves right here, this proves to my children, this proves to her family, this proves to everyone that I was not the problem, okay? I was not the problem in the relationship or the marriage. She proved to everybody that she is the problem, okay? Now, getting back to what I mean by this is karma, is because everything that she's done to me, now she's ruined my life, okay? She's made it so I've had to pay child support for my children that live with me, and when they didn't live with me. Either way, when my children lived with me, I had to pay child support for them, and when they didn't live with me, I had to pay child support for them. And we have joint custody, and I still had to pay child support for them. Now, I've got till November for my last child support payment, and which is going to be a very, very happy day. Now, it's karma because now she ruined another marriage. She ruined another relationship. She ruined another family. Because you see, her and her wife have children together. They have 3 kids. And no, I am not the father of any of those kids. I did not donate my sperm for any of that shit because I did not want to tack on any more child support bills to me, okay? And plus, I would never do anything like that because I am not a cuck, all right? My children are my children, and I will not freely give children to women to raise for themselves. No, I'm not gonna do that. But anyways, they have a couple of kids together. Now, they're getting divorced. And now my ex-wife happens to be the man in the relationship. Okay? So you know what that means. She's going to be paying child support for those 3 kids. Okay? Now, you got to understand, this woman is in her late 30s. And she's going to be paying child support for young kids. Okay? So that means well into her 60s, she'll still be paying child support. So now she's gonna see what it was like for me to work and bust my ass, to have all this money taken away out of my check every week. Okay, now she's gonna see what it's like to live with no help from the government. Okay, now she's gonna see what it's like to make a choice. Should I eat? Should I pay electricity? Should I buy clothes? Should I pay water? Or should I pay the heat bill? She's gonna have these choices to make. She's gonna have to see what it was like for me to live and survive all this time, making the decision. Well, I can't buy any clothes for 2 years because I gotta pay bills. No clothes for me. and I have to pay child support and still provide for children, okay? I can't pay my heat bill, but I'm going to pay my electricity and I'm going to eat food. So I'll just wrap up with blankets. She's going to know what it's like to live like that, okay? And if she's working somewhere that she has to travel, now she's going to know what it's like that she's going to have to take public transportation, because if she missed too many payments on her child support, guess what happens? They're going to take her driver's license away. Then her credit's going to get fucked up and she won't be able to move into an apartment because child support's fucking up her credit. So now she's going to see what it's like to be halfway homeless, to be, half-ass homeless. You can't drive anywhere. You can't buy anything. You can't do anything. Okay? Now she's going to see what it's like to live and survive that way. Now, as a man, I was able to do lots of jobs, do lots of hustling and lots of grinding to continue my survival as a man and sustain myself, okay? Because number one, I have to, because I'm a man. You don't get no government handouts, okay? Because I'm not mentally, there's nothing mentally wrong with me where I can get a social security check. And if I do get any food stamps or anything like that, they'll give me $10 for the month to eat. So, excuse me, I have a little gas. Sorry, guys. So, as a man, I had no choice but to do what I got to do as a man. Now, this is a woman. Can she do it? Can she do it for the next 30 years? Can she pay child support for the next, 18 to 20 years? How many kids she's got? 3 kids, all different ages. Okay? She'll be paying child support damn near the rest of her life now. All because of her behavior. All because of her bad choices. Okay? Which is not my problem. I am no longer going to be paying for this woman's bad choices. You know what I mean? In life. Not going to be paying for any of her bad choices anymore. And that's why I say this is karma. See, and that's why I had forgiven her, because you don't have to get revenge on people when they do you wrong. You don't have to take any kind of action. Okay? All you got to do is trust in God, and those who have wronged you will get theirs in the end. Okay? Now, it just puts a smile on my face that now she gets to see what it's like to be a man. I told her, if you don't want to submit to me and be my woman or whatever, you get yourself a woman and go be the man. And now she has done that. And now she gets to see the full consequences of what it is to be a man. She ruined her marriage. And now she's going to face the consequences of what she chose. She chose to be a man. So now for the next 20-something years, she's going to be paying child support and fighting for survival every fucking day. Just like a man does, Thank you, feminism. Thank you, equality. God bless everybody. This has been Mr. Former. And this was just a short story about karma.
I'm just saying, straight up and down, truthfully, on the real. What's the science? What's the math? What's the business? What's the deal? Do we even know the half, or are we living in the drill? This technology, it bothers me. I gotta keep it real. I'm just being real. I'm just being real.